Back in college, I started dating one guy. He seemed nice. Things were going smooth between us. He would often share his personal stories of being abused by his ex-girlfriend and stories of his past traumas with me. He seemed vulnerable and I trusted him. One day, I was shocked to find out that he was suspended from our college for physically assaulting his ex-girlfriend. Shocked, not only because he was illicitly suspended, but also because he made me believe that he was the real victim all this time. I was heartbroken. I was ashamed of the company I had chosen. But later, he told me that he had been framed by his ex. He would cry over the phone, pleading for my forgiveness. He would tell me that he would kill himself if I wasn't there for him. I knew that it was a huge red flag, but my conscience didn't allow me to leave a person who claimed to be depressed and suicidal on his own. So I stayed. With time, his emotional dependency on me decreased, but something worse happened. He started to manipulate me and control my choices. He would question me if I wore short clothes. He would tell me to block all my male friends from my social media. He would never support me, always make me feel bad about my efforts. He had problems if I did not think and talk about my future with him, or if I spent time with my family. I spent half of my time living in a fear of him and the other half in the fear of losing him. I tried breaking up with him several times, but I feared he would throw acid, or maybe he would leak my pictures, or maybe physically assault me as well. So I just waited. I waited for him to break up. It was so toxic that I did not even realize whether it was love or just fear. But fortunately, we finally broke up. Not fortunately exactly, because even though it has been 2 years since we broke up, the emotional and mental stress hasn't gone away. The fact that he still has all my pictures and informations on his phone and is capable of leaking it anytime still haunts me. Because after our breakup, I got to know that he had leaked one of his ex-girlfriend's nudes to her parents. One of his ex-girlfriends was continuously threatened with being body shamed on social media. One of them was impregnated by him and physically assaulted to the point where she had a miscarriage. All these wrongdoings were because he belonged to an influential family. Today, I wanted to share my story and tell other girls that if your partner constantly lies or manipulates you, then girl, you are in a wrong relationship. You never know when a small wind can turn into the greatest catastrophic tornado. A person who questions your body, your clothes, your food habits, and you as a whole isn't worth it, and you being a woman aren't responsible for anyone other than yourself. It is time we start talking about such incidents. It is because we don't talk about these things, these experiences, and these incidents openly, we tend to blame the victims instead. We need to speak up and share our experiences and stories so that any other person going through the same journey knows that this is wrong, knows that this is not normal, knows that this is not their fault, and has courage to end this. Earlier, culprits were courageous and victims were fearful, but not anymore. More courage to victims and shame to culprits.